Welcome to Meet the Press. But first, our advertised guest, National Party Deputy Leader John Anderson, withdrew his commitment late yesterday, which is a pity given the racism controversy buffeting his party and the coalition. But still of great moment how both the major parties will pay for their promises. On Thursday, John Howard unveiled $6 billion worth of spending cuts, which immediately drew cries of "Fight Back Revisited." The government seems to want to have it both ways, claiming many of the Howard savings are unachievable, but describing them as harsh. Pressing the argument, Social Security Minister Peter Baldwin. And from the press, Karen Middleton from the Melbourne Age, Peter Charlton from the Brisbane Courier Mail, and Margot Kingston from the Sydney Morning Herald. Well, Mr Baldwin, thanks for joining us at late notice.
Pleasure.
The papers tell us today that John Howard is going to promise families $1 billion worth of a $1 billion package. Well, can you match it?
Well, I would argue that we've done an enormous amount for families since we've been in office, and in fact we now pay around $12 billion in payments to families in the form of family payments, parenting allowance, childcare assistance, childcare rebates and so forth. The most recent addition, of course, being the maternity allowance, which started being payable in February of this year. So we have a very solid record in that area. What I'll be intrigued to see, and what the government will be intrigued to see, is how Mr Howard is proposing to pay for this, because quite frankly, the set of savings that he announced last week are frankly bogus, demonstrably so, no more so than in the social security area.
Well, Mr Howard seems to be targeting parents. He's claiming that there's not enough incentive, really, for parents. Has he put his finger on something there that is perceived out in the community to be needing some form of address?
Well, he obviously hopes to achieve some votes by offering further tax concessions. What credibility people will attach to that, given his actions in 1978, you remember the old fistful of dollars controversy, remains to be seen. But as I said, we in social security, from a government point of view, since we've been in office, have moved to substantially improve assistance to families, but also to deliver it in better ways. And for example, the shift to family payments and parenting allowance and away from concessions in the tax system has been a fundamental shift, which the opposition spokesman, Philip Ruddock, for social security in the past has indicated he thought was a good thing.
So, Mr Baldwin, are you saying that Labor's done enough for families, that you won't be trying to match the